Okay, the group chat is officially open and I am going to be spilling everything that I can't say online. So, hello, my lovely mamas, my single ladies, my girls. Welcome back to the Keep Him podcast. I'm going to do something a little different this week because things are happening finally. I opened a private Substack space called the Keep Him Collective. And honestly, it's already becoming everything that I wanted, but was never able to find. It's basically our private group chat, just us girlies, where nothing is off the table. And I want to tell you what's happening inside because this is where I'm going to be hanging out with you from now on in our little private space. We're still going to have the YouTube, we're still going to have the podcast, we're still going to have that where we can talk about all the things that we usually talk about. And it's still fun and it's still great to be able to connect with you in this way. But this is different, okay? Here's the deal. I don't have a big group of girlfriends in real life, honestly. And I'm honestly hearing that a lot of us don't, unfortunately. So I have decided to create one for us because I know so many of us live in all different areas of the world and have been able to connect, and it's been really great. But on social media, sometimes I get ripped for the kind of comments that I make or the content that I put out there, and I know sometimes we feel hesitant to comment or share freely because it's like, who's going to read this? And maybe I haven't shared with my family what I'm going to be doing and all the things. So I want it to be a space that's fully private, okay, that only we are able to connect together and nothing is shared outside of that space. So it's truly only like-minded women getting together. It's literally like girls getting together in the living room, just like shooting the poop together over a glass of wine. You know what I mean? I'm so excited about this, and it's a place where we can talk about solo motherhood, we can talk about sovereignty and building life on our own terms, dating and not dating, wanting to date, wanting to not date, wanting to get married, maybe not do the traditional thing, whatever. Identity shifts that we're working through, a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and the things that we cannot be saying publicly, like I said. And I am not being filtered. You have to understand that my social media, I work with brands and big corporations, and it needs to be a respectful space. And I get that. And that's what I want to be on my face of social media, obviously. And I think that that's important. However, as I said, I crave a space where I can be, just letting it all hang out, like with girlfriends after a glass of wine and just word vomiting all the things and not having to be like, ooh, I probably shouldn't say that. Or, corporate brands might not want to hear that truth, or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to do that. And I don't want to have to do that with you guys. Like my real ones, you know what I mean? I want to be able to just air it all out. And I want you to be able to be a part of the conversation and feel safe doing that too, that you don't have to worry about filtering yourself. Do you know what I mean? So it's really the group chat that I wish I had. And I think you probably wish you had too. And it's really going to be the tea that you're only going to hear there and nowhere else from me, especially. I'm being so freaking real. These are stories that I cannot be sharing on social media. I cannot be sharing on social media, like legally cannot be. And like just, for the benefit of just my life in general, should not be sharing it unless it's behind, closed doors with us, just girls. But yes, I can share them inside Substack. Just to give you a little glimpse, we are going to be talking about things like parts of my separation that I've never talked about publicly because I couldn't, okay? What it's like being in court and being there with my ex, all the ins and outs of that family court hell, meeting his girlfriend there, when we were like fresh out of our engagement and having been together for like 4.5 years and having a baby together, and then his girlfriend is just there as if she belonged there, and we'll get into all of what that moment was like meeting her. We're going to talk about how I secretly dated someone in corporate for months and months and months, and nobody knew, and my office wasn't even that big, and how things ended, and you are not ready for any of that. The weirdest, most chaotic dating app experiences that I've had. Some dudes that, since I've had like my online presence, that have come out of the woodwork from like elementary school, that suddenly, oh, remember when we were like great friends? We were never actually great friends. They actually like bullied me, and suddenly we were friends supposedly, and they want to date me now. So we're going to unpack all of that, which is super fun. Love calling men out. We can do that safely together. Things like how I built peace and stability as a solo mom, give you some insight into that, into maybe building the business, all things like that you can apply in your own life also. So there's some like growth stuff also, not just drama, not just tea. There's going to be beneficial stuff like that also. Co-parenting highs and lows that I went through, we're getting into all that, nothing, no holds barred. How it feels to be doing life alone, and all the raw truth and, stuff about that. Some things that Riley's been bringing up lately that make me nervous. But again, I want to share it with my girls, so we'll get into that. But yeah, so it's going to be trauma, humor, heartbreak, horror, a little, miracles, and just like little stories, because we're girls, like the petty stuff. Like we just need to get into the drama, and it's honestly giving like old school sleepover energy. It's giving like brunch with the girls over mimosas. It's giving, I shouldn't say this, but here we go. And it's going to feel so good to get so much of it off my chest with my girls. I'm very excited. Now, I know everyone says, oh, I have a private community. But this is like actually private. Like this is like just us. Okay? It's not another Facebook group. I've tried that. It didn't work. It's not some like generic chat thing. Again, doesn't work. It's literally a paid, safe, curated girl gang space where there's no screenshots, nobody's judging, and I can finally tell the truth without feeling like I've got people like breathing down my neck, or people are watching that I don't really want to be spilling all my tea to, you know what I mean? So I'm going to be showing up there in the same way that I literally talk to my best friend at like 11 o'clock at night when the kids are sleeping. And I think we all need more of that in our lives. We're seeing the way the world is going, and to have a girl gang behind you and beside you and lifting you up is something that we could all absolutely benefit from. So that's what this is. And just quickly, what you get if you join the paid side of it, because there is a free side of it also, but the paid side of it gives you access to the private chats, and that's obviously where all the tea is because it's safe in there. Real conversations, like all the nitty gritty, all the juicy bits, essays and stories that will absolutely never be seen on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, the podcast, none of it. You're going to get behind the scenes updates. I'm actually going to be sharing parts of my book before it's even published for some of my paid readers to, just get early access to some chapters and some, little bits of it. So that's super exciting. You're going to have access to the Founding Mothers, which is the original Inner Circle. Can we take a moment to discuss the Founding Mothers? Like, I was so excited when I came up with the name, like, this is genius. We are the Founding Mothers. I thought it was so important and cute and obnoxious of me to call it that. So there's that. That's the Inner Circle. Those are my core mamas coming together, okay? With, you get extra access to certain things. And if you just want to lurk for now, there's the free tier. No issue in that. It's exciting to come and just be a part of it either way, of course. You'll still get occasional notes and posts in the free version too. So, but I mean, again, if you want the good stuff, the tea, the community, the stories, all the stuffs, okay? The real raunchy, real transparent word vomity stuff, you're going to need to be in the paid tier. And it's $15 a month. That's it, which is amazing, USD. And it's literally what you would spend like Starbucks door dashing your stuff to your house, like literally one order per month. So let's get in there, girly. If you're listening to this and thinking, oh my God, girl, I need this in my life. Like I was thinking as I was making it because nobody else had it for me. The link is in the show notes. And of course on my Instagram and my link tree, it'll always be there. And yeah, we're already talking. We're already getting it going. And I seriously want you there. I've said from the beginning of time that I am building an army of independent powerhouse women who are just kicking ass in life and family and doing all the things that we've been told that we couldn't do for all the generations before us. We owe it to ourselves, our kids, our girlfriends, to do all the things. So we're doing it together. And I'm really, really excited about it. Come be a founding mother. We're going to have to make t-shirts eventually, obviously. And come sit in the group chat with us. Bring a blanket, emotional baggage, any of your traumas. Let's go. Bring it together. Okay. We'll all talk about it. We'll make it cute. It'll be fun and cozy. Okay. That's what it is. That's what it is for this week. And, I'll be back next week with a full episode. But honestly, most of the real conversation is happening inside the Keep Him Collective, our private girl chat. And if you've been wanting to get closer to me, to our community, to building a community, to women who get you, like these are the women that get us. This is your time. I love you genuinely. And I'm so excited to see you in the chat. Have an amazing week. Come back next week. Bye, girl.